All right, welcome to JC Sports. I'm your host, Joe Chap. We're going to be talking Michigan basketball because how sweet it is that they are in the Sweet 16. They will be playing Auburn next. Auburn will present a challenge for Michigan that they have yet to face. But it'll be interesting to see what happens as we move forward from this because we saw what happened against UC San Diego. I wanted to make a video after the next game because I wanted to show it in conjunction. But UC San Diego was the 3 point win. There was nothing that you said, oh wow, they just dominated. They didn't dominate. It was a back and forth type of game, and UC San Diego played really well. But then you see what they did to Texas A&M, a fourth overall seed from the SEC, which is regarded as one of the best basketball conferences in college basketball, and they beat them 91-79. So again, Michigan yesterday they were helped by Gale, the kid. He comes off the bench. He had 26 points and 7 of 14 from field goals. He was 8 of 8 on free throws. Michigan shot 43% yesterday from the field goal range. They were 27.3% from the 3 point range. They had 48 rebounds to the Texas A&M having 39 rebounds. And you look in conjunction with what happened against UC San Diego. I mean, UC San Diego shot 38.7%, which is good enough to win you a game. But when Michigan Wolverines shoot 42.1%, that is the difference. 3 point percentage there was 33.3 to 23.3, a 10-point difference. Michigan had more turnovers, 14 turnovers, 8 turnovers for the UC San Diego, but they had more rebounds. And in that game, um, Golden he also had 14 points. He was good yesterday as well. Golden's been a damn good player. But you look at Trey Donaldson had 12 points against UC San Diego. Rodney Gale again had 11 points. Gale is turning into a player that is becoming really, really good. But you just look at it and you go, wow. The last video I made, I talked about how Michigan came out and they got underseeded. I felt like they were the most underseeded tournament team in their region, throughout the regions, because I felt Michigan deserved a better chance at being seeded higher. But it's obviously worked out for them. Now the next game will be tough. They're going to go play Auburn, the number one overall seed in the whole NCAA tournament, and that's going to be a tough one. But the way Michigan's playing, with the way Michigan is getting production from their bench, the way they're getting production from Rodney Gale and Rudy Gale and LJ Kason, it just there's a you feel like this team is hitting their strides right now. You felt like in the Big Ten tournament they were hitting their strides. They played pretty well. Um, we all saw Wisconsin. They just lost to BYU, and that was disgusting. But Michigan is playing a very, very good ball game, and Dusty May deserves a bunch of credit. They're still turning over the ball a lot, but they're hitting shots, and you just want to see what they could do against a team like Auburn. I think they can really match up well with Auburn, especially with their bigs. But we know Auburn has a lot of athletic talent. People are picking Auburn to win the whole thing, but it'll be interesting to see what Michigan does against Auburn. But for this first round of the NCAA tournament, they moved to the Sweet 16. Michigan's done a damn good job at playing well. And if you look at the way that Michigan has played over the last, you know, couple weeks, especially since the Big Ten tournament started, they've been playing out of their mind. And look, all year long they were a good team. I mean, when you look at the Big Ten standings, they were 27-9 overall. They were 14-5 in the conference. They were just behind Maryland, and we'll see what Maryland does against. I think they're playing that day, but Maryland. We'll see what Maryland does later, and Illinois does later. We all know that. Wisconsin is out of the tournament. We know Purdue is still in, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm trying to draw a blank, but we know what's happening with this Michigan team. They're playing pretty well, and look, give credit, full marks to the team, the way that they're playing. They're playing really. They're not turning over the ball. They had 14 turnovers in the game one, but in game two, they really hatcheted it down, and they only had 9 turnovers. They only have one more than the Texas A&M Aggies, and that shows you everything you need to know. If they keep shooting like they're shooting, and not turning over the ball as much as they're doing, and they're getting the rebounds that they obviously are going to get when you have Golden and Wolf who are doing a damn good job, they're going to be in a lot of games. Now I look at Auburn, and I just say, okay, Auburn could be a little bit of a different thing because when we look at Auburn in their totality, they got a good roster. It's a really good roster that you know can really do some things. We're gonna look at their statistics. Their statistics, their main scorer is Janae Brune. He's 18.4 points per game. He has 10.7 rebounds. So if you could stop him, that would be key. They have a lot of they have good guard play. They have a good guard play, and they're a very talented team. But if Michigan could shoot like they shoot, and they can keep Brown off the rebounds because he gets 10.7 rebounds per game. He is a guy that I just think that, man, there's something brewing right there. But I'll show you right now. Um, they have you can see right there, 18.4 points from him, 10.7 rebounds. He is the guy that you want to watch, and when we look at him in conjunction, 6'10" forward, he's a senior. He's been good all year, eighth in rebounds in the NCAA. He's going to do a good job. So we'll see what the Michigan Wolverines could do against a guy like that, because if they could stop him, they could win this. They can win that game. But it's going to be a very, very tough game next week, as Auburn Tigers and the Michigan Wolverines will play each other. And look, Auburn has been good all year. They just have. They're a team that is predicted to win right now. They're 7.5 point favorites. The matchup predictor on ESPN says that they're going to win 79.3% of the time. And they just beat Creighton, who, I thought Creighton was going to win that game at one point. And I give Michigan a little bit of a chance to win that game. But when you look at the comparisons between the two teams, these two teams are good in the front court with Golden and Wolf and Brome. And then you look at how much they rebound. Like, Wolf has 9.8 rebounds per game. Uh, the kid from Auburn has 10.7. Uh, Golden has 16.8 points per game. The kid from Auburn has 18.4 points per game. So it just goes to show you that this game is going to be really tough. It's going to be one in the front court. But I really think that if you really want the perspective of this, is I think you look at the front court, it could be evened out. Who is going to be the guards that win this game? Is it going to be Auburn's guards, or is it going to be Michigan's guards? And I think that's going to be the deciding factor in the game against Auburn. Is, do you have good guard play? And if you do, you could. And I think Trey Donaldson is really turning the corner. I look at a team like Auburn, and I think that they have the right players. I think they can win this game, obviously. But I think that guard play is going to be a huge factor. And if Gale comes to play like he did against Texas A&M, and Trey Donaldson comes playing, LJ Kayson comes playing, I think the guard play could really decipher the fact of who wins the game against Michigan and Auburn. Because we all know Auburn's a good team, but I think that their best player is their forward, and he's a total beast. But if Golden and Wolf can have their game and they could cancel out this kid, it's going to be the guards who win it. And who do you think could win that guard play is who's going to win the game. That's my main point. So we'll see you guys in the next video as we talk more Michigan basketball. Obviously, we'll have a preview before the game. I'm going to go and deep dive into it. But thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video as we talk more Michigan basketball here on JC Sports. And we'll talk all Michigan sports, Pistons, Red Wings, Tigers, all on this channel, Lions, Michigan State. You'll get it all on this channel. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. We'll talk more Detroit sports and Michigan sports here on J Sports.